So at times where I'm really depressed and feeling really anxious, I literally go to my design work. So I literally will pick up a pencil anywhere I am. I will pick up my phone and start looking at, research, compiling it together, start sketching, start drawing, because I feel like everything I've been through has influenced my work. Hi KLAT, I'm Tyler Edgar, the designer, and I'm taking part in the series Get to Know Me. It really influenced my design because I design as wear what you want. Like if you want to go out and you want to go to the grocery store and you want to get glammed up or be as outrageous as you want, wearing pattern clashing, big bold colours, big garments, do it. I don't think you should imprison yourself into the norms of everyday fashion. Like if you want to dress like as Met Gala every day, you go do it. So growing up, I seen fashion of all sorts, but then I got to the age where, you start seeing a lot of things in life, and then I moved up to London and I found the love of McQueen and Westwood, and combining them both together is just the ultimate punk, goth and anything alternative. So I really thrived off that. And it's against society norms, so it's not your everyday clothing. So I think it's nice to stand up for people who live outside of the box, dress a bit more out there and have a bit more personality to how they dress. So working in Roland Mouret really opened my eyes to the fashion industry and how someone went from having a dream and then it absolutely blew up, and then next minute before you know they got a multi-million-pound company working for people like Meghan Markle, Helen Mirren, and creating really modest wear for older women. And I just think they really pushed the boundaries with the dream that they had, and it was constantly we're just going to do it. And meeting them and getting to talk to them, it opened my eyes to, hang on, I can actually do this. I'm working for someone doing it. Don't dream too small in a box, because they didn't have big connections. They were just a student like I was once upon a time, and then next minute they just had everything they wanted as a brand. Yeah, so Alexander McQueen was very much how he turned the macabre and taboo subjects that he found really tough, especially with his mental health, and channels it into his work. And I think if a lot of other creatives done that and channeled it all into their works, it would really help the mindset of people. It's helping free flow your brain. So I resonate very much with how he turned tough subjects that he dealt with into beautiful art. So when you look at the research, you think, oh my God, that's a bit shocking. But when you see the outcome, it's like, hang on, that is completely different to how the research looks. So the concept was, I'm a big horror fan, i.e. the Gothic and things, I've got influences like that. So when I was doing it, my teacher was like, why don't you just go with the horror theme, the Gothic stuff you really love? So I looked at the work of McQueen and what he'd done in the past, and looked at things that he's changed into collections. He turned Jack the Ripper Stalker's Victims into a collection, which was quite controversial, but I thought, why don't I do this in a coven side of things and go on some of my favourite horror movies like The Nun and The Conjuring and things like that. So I created my own coven, which sort of empowering women, but with the Gothic edge. So I wanted to turn something that was really horror fiction and really turn into really high-end goth fashion, because I think a lot of people are scared to turn fiction into fashion, because they think, oh, it's going to look tacky, it's going to look this. But I think if you do it cleverly and take in the right influences and just touch basis on it, you could really turn things into something. So turning Gothic architecture into my fashion work came on a trip that I went to my sister to Paris, and I was stood outside Notre Dame Cathedral and I was looking up at the windows and I was like, there's something really beautiful about these, it's 18th century Goth windows, what can I do with this? So I was taking pictures of it, I've been photographing, manipulating it, drawing over, sketching it, putting things over the top, and then I took the outline of a Death Hawk moth thing and I highlighted the tragedies that happened at Notre Dame. So the fire bringing it to the ground, which was really sad because that was a beautiful piece of architecture inside. Absolutely gorgeous for the people who didn't get to see the original. And I thought, I'm going to incorporate this into my work. So I actually incorporated it into my coven project for my masters. And I took the window that I ringed, I overlaid my moth over the top, and I laser cut it into all the level at the back. So when they turned around, it was highlighting the tragedy and showing how beautiful the building actually is. So it helped bring my vision to life, because I was going to thinking, oh my God, how do I do this? How do I finance a brand? How do I get things going? And they initially gave me a grant after talking to me to give it a trial. And then you get put through a year of mentorship, then you get put through to 3 professionals, and then they say whether or not they think your brand should launch. And with their support, I've done a full business plan as to how I get extra funding, how I could get it really off the ground. So it's a really good platform for young people to be able to get their creative visions, or any visions, to life. So at times where I'm really depressed and feeling really anxious, I literally go to my design work. So I literally will pick up a pencil anywhere I am. I will pick up my phone and start looking at, research, compiling it together, start sketching, start drawing, because I feel like everything I've been through has influenced my work. And I find just being creative is the outlet that I need to keep going. It keeps, the people I've met along the way, like they keep you going, the support, it really brings together things you find so difficult and allows you to deal with it through a creative outlet. I feel like every stitch I do is like something bad coming to life. So I done one for cancer as my first year of doing one, so I like to do fundraisers, so I'm raising money for charity as well as doing my own creative vision and having big shows. The first 2 years that I've done so far have sold out, and I just find the process can be quite long. But with the right people involved, the right support around you, it can really be well worth it. And it's good, even though it's a lot of work throughout the year, by the time it comes to it, it's really rewarding to see, hang on, I've done this event, and they've got bigger and bigger each year. So Mind for me, it's helped me a lot with my mental health and anxiety. I've had counselling, I've gone through all that, but it's also a way for me to give back to places that have helped me mentally and get me to a place where, I feel okay again. But it's also very close to my heart because I lost my cousin to suicide. I really want to help give money back to somewhere to help people to get the help they need, so it avoids more people going so dark and going such down a dark route. It feels surreal. You're like, okay, what have I done to get this? And it kind of was out of the blue for me. Like someone reached out, hey, can we use your work on Instagram? And I thought, okay, what's this? And the next minute it's in a music video, and then it's being used in like Tony and Guy's advertisement. So it was very much like, wow, like it can happen. And I was literally just sat at home in Cardiff, and then someone was like, hey, I want to just borrow this off you. And next minute it's in a magazine and then in a music video. And I was like, wow, just from someone seeing it and publishing it. So it's been very important for me to have like a family of creatives that I can work very closely with. Like we collaborate, we support each other, we're always there for each other personally and work-wise. And I feel like everyone is such a good bunch of team, like from all the models that I've worked with, makeup artists, photographers, like it's becoming something like a family that always comes together at different events, supporting each other in our work, collaborating, pushing each other, just there to support each other naturally, I think has really been important. And especially when my brand is concerned, it's allowed me to elevate and up my events, up my marketing every year, year after year. It's just growing bigger and bigger and bigger, because I think at the moment we're about 50 people. In like a collaborative team that constantly support each other, work together, and it's just getting bigger every year and more people want to join. It's just we constantly elevate each other, push each other, do what we want, whether that's fashion, art, makeup, performance, anything people want to do, we are there supporting each other and pushing each other. So most importantly for me is that I get to know them, I know everything about them, I know what their aims and outcomes are, what they want to be, but also that I'm able to put my own style on that as well. So I'll go away after meeting them, taking their measurements and seeing what they want and need. So I'll go and compile my research, my colour palettes, everything. I'd be inspired from anything, by like a plug socket on the wall to like architecture. So it just depends what people want. And I feel like I can be very versatile what I design, whether it's wedding gowns, prom dresses, if someone wants to dress for a party, like I can do anything that physically people want. Obviously my main thing is Gothic and punk, so I always put my spin on things, whether it be my hardware and stuff on. But once I do my research, I then will design and I'll give options to someone. And then if they're like, I like this element, I like that, I will combine them together and keep going until I get the final outfit that they actually want. Never tell yourself no, because it's so easy to say, no, I can't do that, no, I can't do this. And it's like, just do it. And I know that's hard to say, because like with anxiety and stuff, sometimes I can like hold back a little bit, but it's like, you just have to go through it. You can't think of what if, what that, you just have to let your creative mind flow free, just push boundaries and not be afraid to do what others haven't done. I'm hoping for the next 5 years to just keep growing the brand like I've done, bigger events every year, bigger thing, more clients, getting more publications out there in like the fashion world and media. And ultimately, I would love to have my own fashion house full time. So like a full running like warehouse where I've got the back and then I've got the front for all the designing, bringing people in, getting higher end clients and just really pushing boundaries more and more and more. So my next show is on the 17th of October 2025 at the Angel Hotel in Cardiff, and it's in memory of my cousin who I lost to suicide. And the whole collection is based upon heaven, angels, taking very much Victoria's Secret vibes, but putting that really bridal spin on things. So it's really elegant, it's really out there, and I really hope people are going to come along and support such a great cause in Mind UK, so I can fundraise as much as I can to give back to something so close to my heart. But it should be a really good event, and tickets are only about £25. So it's quite affordable for people, and it's a local location, it's a big venue. So I'm hoping it's to be a really good success like the rest of them.